Well, hello everybody. It is Sunday. It's the 4th of January 2026. I am very excited to bring you the first food review of the new year. And yes, despite the fact that I'm staying in a motel room for reasons that I shall not disclose because they're not interesting and because they have absolutely nothing to do with spicy food reviews, I am going to present to you something that was alluded to in a short that I posted a couple days ago, in which I apologize for the minimalism of my channel. Sorry about that. There's a lot going on in my life right now. But here is Gochujang Spam. Did I say Gochujang Spam? Did I pronounce the A that way because I said Gochujang? Gochujang Spam. Okay. So there are a few spicy spams that I've had my eye on. There's one of them in particular that I have, in my Amazon queue, or my Amazon cart. Sorry, not my Amazon queue. My Amazon cart, but I'm waiting for the price to go down because I really don't want to pay $25 for a can of Spam, because I probably won't like it. I don't like Spam, as Graham Chapman famously said, in a voice that I will not attempt to mimic. But this was like about $5. I like gochujang sauce. I love Korean food. I'm gonna give it a try. All right, and everybody loves, even people who hate Spam have this weird, fascination with people trying Spam products. So maybe this will be a popular video. The fact that I'm staying in a motel makes it impossible for me to prepare this Spam the way that it's supposed to be prepared, which is it really is supposed to be fried up and then, either served over, served in a sandwich or served over rice. Or actually, they have a suggestion for what to do with it, which is to make Spam kimbap. So kimbap's kind of like the Korean equivalent of sushi. Apparently, the Koreans like to put Spam inside their kimbap. Well, I can't do that tonight. I can't even fry it. All I can do is heat it up in the microwave. So I'm probably going to do unspeakable things to the microwave in this very nice room that I actually got a really good deal on. And I'm probably going to do unspeakable things to the aroma in this room. But at the same time, I really, really don't want to eat this cold. So I'm going to heat it up in the microwave only as much as I have to. I'm not going to leave it in there for a minute because then that'll just stink up the room for the entire rest of the night. Maybe I'll get away with an hour or two if I just do it for like 20 seconds or something like that. So I'm going to try this gochujang spam. The gochujang, I don't know why anybody who doesn't know what gochujang is would even be watching this video, but gochujang is Korean fermented spicy red chili paste. It is a signature ingredient in many a Korean dish, and I'm going to see how well it pairs with Hormel's signature canned meat product. All right, so let me pause. Let me go heat it up. All right, I have opened the can. I have sampled the aroma. No surprise, it smells like dog food. Now, what I was not expecting, because my experience of Spam is that it's cut into slices. This is not. This is just one big loaf of meat. If you can even call it that. Is this in fact meat? But it smells like dog food, and it's presented to us like dog food. It's not even cut into slices. I mean, this is incredibly uncivilized. All right. And, and that is deceptive packaging. It shows us a slice. I guess we're supposed to be the ones doing the slicing. I don't know. That looks factory slice to me. Looks like a perfect factory slice. But no, they just have it presented like dog food, and it smells like dog food, so I had to just, like, scoop out a couple pieces. I heated up in the microwave. I did 20 seconds, and no, it did not completely, destroy the already kind of, what's the word? What's the word? You know what I mean? Kind of grungy, ambiance of this inexpensive hotel room that I'm staying in. So it didn't make that even more unpleasant than it already was. But you know what? Despite the smell, despite the hideous presentation, let's give it a chance. This doesn't even have the texture of Spam that I remember. It's very much, it is very much like dog meat. All right, here we go. Oh, salty. It has an aftertaste that I don't want to ascribe words to, because if I find myself trying to ascribe words to the aftertaste after taking that bite, I may end up going, running into the bathroom and hurling. All right. The initial impression, if you're okay with tinned meat and you like, saltiness and you like kind of like a spongy texture, is that what I'm dealing with here? Spongy, is that the word? I don't know. Just very, very, very processed. All right. I don't know what happened to this meat before it was pounded into this loaf, but it's not something you'd be able to do by hand. You know, there is insidious machinery at work to produce this texture. And no, the aftertaste I don't like. The saltiness is a little bit hard to take. There is a hint of gochujang flavor in there. I'm gonna taste it. There's really, really no spice at all, though, which is very disappointing. Um, that's one of the things I love about gochujang is it gives this like nice spice of fermented chili pepper to a lot of Korean dishes. It's never impossible to handle spice. It's just enough spice. That's the beauty of gochujang sauce. It's a great way. Gochujang infused Korean food products are a great way to introduce the uninitiated to spicy foods. This is not a way to do that because it's not spicy. Not spicy. It's kind of like, hmm. Honestly, there's something about it that's making it taste like a hot dog in the way that regular spam doesn't. And like I said, it's been quite a long time since I've had any spam of any kind. But there's something that's reminding me of a hot dog here. A little drier, though. Drier than a hot dog and a little harder. All right? But as you can see, I was able to stomach my way through that entire piece. I'm not retching. I'm not making, appalled facial expressions. In fact, all right, so I also happen to have a fresh avocado in my luggage right now. So let's do a little experiment. Since I don't have a ramen packet made, and I don't have any kimbap to stuff it into, let's try it with a little piece of fresh avocado. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? That's weirdly good. That's weirdly good. Let's try a little more. One more piece. Am I starting to like this? Is that really what's happening here? I started by comparing it to dog food, complaining about the texture, complaining about the aroma, saying that it compared unfavorably in texture to a cheap hot dog, complaining that there wasn't enough spice in it, and yet I'm still eating it. What's happening here? What is going on here? I like it with the avocado. And that makes sense. It's supposed to go good in like sushi and kimbap and that type of thing. And avocado is an essential part of a lot of sushi rolls. And there's something I really like about that. The avocado is a little cold. It's very refreshing. It's a fresh avocado. It's not one of those like overripe ones that just goes immediately mushy. So it's still holding form. It's a nice quality avocado. I'm not sure where it came from. I bought it at a grocery store a few days ago. I can't remember the origin. I don't remember where it was cultivated. It's a good avocado. And because there's no salt, there's nothing on that. Maybe a little squirt of lime juice over the avocado would have made it even better. But I like that. I like that fresh avocado flavor in combination with the, over salted, pounded, canned meat loaf. Kind of like it. Came into its element a little bit there. Um, And I was never going to say that I hated it. For what it is, everybody, if you don't go in and you don't go buy a spam product having no idea what you're going into. I mean, everybody knows, spam is spam. A lot of people hate it. Some people, for some reason, think that it's absolutely delicious. I'm somewhere in between. I'm aware of its peculiarities and deficiencies, but I'm not averse to trying different flavors. Honestly, the only thing that I'm really going to complain about here is the lack of spice in this. Because, yeah, it's spam. And I'm not really going to complain that much about them not slicing it. Maybe they just don't do that anymore. I don't know. But it's spam. It's spam with a little bit of Korean flavor in it. I'm so tired of people saying, oh, it's spicy when there's no spice in it at all. I would give the spice rating between a 1 and a 1.5. There's barely any there at all. Flavors between, but probably flavor like on its own is like a 4, 4.5, and then it's elevated up to a 5.5 when you add the avocado to it. Not bad, actually. So there you go. That's really all I have to say about it. I was thinking of possibly doing, trying it with a little bit of the sukiyaki sauce, but you know what? I'm gonna do this in a different context. Spam already had its turn with the avocado. It was actually surprisingly decent with the avocado. This sukiyaki sauce is going to be saved for something else. All right.